Are we ready?
It's running.
It's running. Okay, welcome everyone.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us today. Here at PM Artist Studio,
Are we going to introduce ourselves again?
we're going to introduce ourselves again. I'm Patricia.
P. I'm Mariah, the M. PM Artist Studio.
Okay, what we have here today is a combination scrapbook and junk journal. It's not really one or the other, but it has elements of both, I think. And that's more me. I like the idea of scrapbooking, but it's just slightly sanitary. So I dirtied this up just enough, I think. And I'm hoping it's still going to be acceptable to those of you who are hardcore scrapbookers. Okay, now, Mariah, I'm going to let you talk about the papers.
Okay, so for this one, we used the TESS-A-PENPAL from the Thoughtful Studios collection, the Pen Pal set. We used, let's see, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 different, 5. And also the ephemera stamps and all that collection too. So it's like 2 different sets technically. There are links below. I think that's it. That's all I've got. I did help a little bit with this, but mainly I don't really actually know what I did on this much.
She printed the papers for me.
I printed the papers, I printed the pictures.
And she printed out some of the small ephemera. And I actually did most of these. And there's a couple of things that we did. We downsized the size of the hearts. This format of it being portrait rather than landscape is really difficult for me to work with. If I had to do it again, I would turn it so that it was this presentation, and it's much nicer. You have a lot more options open to you, I think.
So I think at this point, is it a good time to move it and go top down?
Go top down?
So they can just see the stuff.
Oh, okay. All right, very good. The photograph, well, I want to talk about that a little bit later.
We're going to go top down.
What does that mean?
Wait, I'm going to change the camera.
Oh, so I see what you're saying. Very good.
She's on the cold medicine.
Yeah. Top here, down. Top, down.
Down. Okay. We'll be right back. See how it wobbles?
I see that.
Okay, now go.
Okay. So, back again. This journal page was sort of christened by my 2-year-old granddaughter, and you can still see the scribbles on the page there. But I left them because I think that's really, I don't know, it's kind of endearing. It's a fingerprint of her at that point in her life where she wants to be involved in everything we're doing.
And it was a brand new journal that she had
Oh yes, and it had white
scribbled on
pages.
Many pages because she likes to scribble.
And she's a fast scribbler, so you've got to, but it's appropriate because she's in these pictures here. And she is very much a part of our life. So, that being said.
So is your daughter.
Yeah, this was my daughter. This is my... This is
the one that made the baby.
This is the mommy that made the baby over there. The reason I'm actually here. Okay, so, to me, journaling should be intensely personal, and mine is very much personal. If I can't add those pieces and parts that are meaningful to me, I don't see any reason to do it. So, I took pieces and parts from original. This little envelope here is part of what Marie sent us with our little packet of cool stuff, some of which is used here. And most definitely...
oh, hey, I did make the label.
Yeah, and this little stamp here, I made that, cut out those. I'm very proud of that because usually I have Mariah do that, but she's busy doing so I had to do it myself. This little Singapore was on the original envelope, and this one was also right up there in the corner. where I made that label. This is from the TESS-A-PENPAL collection. And these little pieces of washi tape were on the original. Oh, look at that, it's got bent over. Original that Marie sent us. This little, where is it? There it is. Quote was one of the ones that she picked out, and I just thought it went really well. And this little envelope needed something inside of it. So anyway, that's tucked into a pocket there, made from part of the original.
The outside envelope.
The outside, the big envelope. And as you can see, these little, I love this because the TESS-A-PENPAL collection has this wonderful little tealy blue in it, and I love it. It matches Izzy's scribbles. So we really tried to repeat that in many different places here. Also of note, these little hearts, we didn't use the actual paper, I just used hearts from the paper and cut them out and put little airplanes on them to shoosh back in. I needed this color because this was the only place I needed to repeat that color someplace else. Now, obviously, you understand the background was sprayed because of the artwork that my granddaughter contributed to the journal, but also for contrast and textural interest. I just think it makes the light papers pop.
Remember, you did come back and put in more, because it was a little too dark.
It was too dark. And I just thought, well, you know, I want it to be just a little bit, but not too much. I think it also pulls in, there's nice repetition here in the photographs and in the background. Ties it all together. It's a unifying device, at least one of the unifying devices. Now I also, I'm going to rant a little bit here. I have pet peeves about elements of your, whatever it is you're making, going outside of the design. It draws the eye out and takes you away. When you have these and they're pointing in, then it just keeps reminding the viewer, okay, this is where you need to look, 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 look. Here, look at this, look at this. And those elements are really, really important. And I had these little hearts. The reason they're kind of glommed together is I don't want something teeny tiny in a corner falling off the world.
This is the world according to
Yes, it
Patricia.
is. It's just my own personal little whatevers. And I like overlapping a lot. It gives things depth. And that's really one of the purposes of this here. Okay, also, let me just go ahead on this page here. And this is the envelope that I made. It has postmark of the return address up here. This is a little stamp that I made with Izzy's badmintons. And on the inside, can you see the paper, which I spray painted?
It's not like spray paint, but use sprays to color it.
And then inside is a little letter that I have addressed to my granddaughter for her to read when she's able to read. But I just thought, you know, this was just really, really a cute little thing to do here. That tucks back in very nicely and goes back in here. And the little tips of the envelope also point up to the picture. Now these pictures were taken at New Year's, and Mariah had set up a photo booth type situation, and you would throw confetti up in the air, and you can still see parts of it here. But I thought, well, what about if we were throwing all this mail? Because Izzy is excited to get mail.
Oh, she loves it. She loves to deliver it.
She likes to deliver it. Once it comes in, she loves to go to the mailbox and pick it up and carry it back in. It's a very big issue. And I like getting
I think we all like getting mail. Just
happy
not bills.
Yeah.
Happy mail.
Happy mail. Happy mail. And cool advertisements that we can use the paper. More on that later. So, that being said, this was intentionally made to look like an old-timey Polaroid, which, you know, I'm probably dating myself. I can actually remember when the first ones were made. I actually have some.
That's sort of my idea.
Yeah, it was Mariah's idea, and she wasn't in love with my blue color here. But I liked it because it was a little bit of brightness with the darkness here. I thought we needed a little bit.
Well, it goes well with your pom-pom for your, and it takes you to the next page.
Yeah, which is
Something different.
Yeah, because I mean this is going to be a journal.
Mainly dedicated to Izzy for some reason.
I don't know, it's just turned out, but there are pages that aren't dedicated to Izzy. All right, now Mariah, I need you to consult the notes over there. I don't think there's anything else that I just I loved using these papers. I just thought they were beautiful backgrounds for what we wanted to say in the journal, which was a sense of excitement, a sense of, I don't know, very, very personal.
All right.
Anything else?
Like I said, I was the printer and, you know,
Facilitator. We trade off on that. We go back and forth. Right now, Mariah is facilitating and I'm working on another journal, and hopefully we'll share that with you.
And then we have to do another video too for the Tessa Lucky. So look for that one too.
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff in the works here. Our video time is usually very precious because we have a 2-year-old and she wants to help. But anyway, thank you for being here today. Oh, and I thought this would be kind of cool. In closing, hope this finds you hearty, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Sincerely yours,
Mariah.
and Patricia at PM Artist Studios. Bye now.
Bye now.
Oh, P.S. Stay tuned. We will have more.